Hello, everybody. This is Ken Faulkner, and I'm definitely into knives. It's like my main thing that I'm into nowadays. Used to be other things. I used to be very big into sports and a lot of other things over the years. Now that I'm getting older, slow it down a little bit. I still do other stuff, but knives are my thing. I love them. I got an opportunity to get this knife here from CJRB. Got a really cool price on it, so I really couldn't turn it down. Nothing like something that you really, really like, and then you find a sweet deal. A sweet, sweet deal. So they got that cool pouch, very big pouch. That way they can put whatever knife. But this one that's in here is a big knife. It's definitely got some size to it, and that's another thing that I like. And it's in the bag, and it is the Prado or Prado. I don't know, Prado, tomato. I think it's the Prado. It is a stainless steel handle and with S90V blade. Now, it's interesting because it's got that high-end steel, but they went with the steel handle on it. The price on this is kind of pretty reasonable for S90V, I'd say. It's $105. If you buy it new, I definitely didn't pay that much for it. I am very happy to say. But I think it's worth it. It's up to each individual; they have to decide. Certainly, $100+ is going to be too much for some people, and other people, they have to think about it. Beautiful. Look at that. That kind of satin. You can see the grind lines, but it is very mirror-y with a little bit of a almost like a cloudy kind of look to it, but very nice looking. It is a Ray Laconico design. I think you can see that, even though my camera doesn't focus too well up close. Ray Laconico. It reminds me a bit of the Rebel, which is one that I've been wanting for a long time. I just haven't pulled the trigger. It's just kind of at that price range where, like I said, you got to think about it, right? And depending on how rich I'm feeling or poor I'm feeling, it really has an impact. Been feeling poor lately. So this one, as a used knife, getting a sweet deal from a friend, I definitely pulled the trigger on it because it is beautiful. I really like this handle. It's got this, they had a kind of a name for it. I can't remember what it was. You know me and names. But look at the way it's milled. It's still kind of slick though. Interesting. A couple of nitpicks on the knife. Other than the beauty of it, I mean, just looking at it, there's nothing bad to say. It's got a reversible clip. It's got a axis lock. It's got the finger for deployment, and you can get it with a thumb too. Even I can get it with a thumb. Not so well under the camera, but I can get it with a thumb. But no flipper, so that's your option. No front flipper, no back flipper, nothing like that. You can, of course, do the axis or the crossbar lock. I just kind of generically call them crossbar. I don't know if CJRB's got their special name for it or whatever, kind of branding kind of thing. But I just call them all crossbar locks now that it's out in the wild and everybody's using them. So that's what I call it. A couple, like I said, nitpicks. Heavy knife. In fact, I'm gonna go grab the scale. So hold on a minute. And like magic, the scale appears. That is the extent of my editing ability at this point. I keep telling myself I got to learn how to edit, make some cool videos, graphics, thumbnails, get all crazy with it, and then I get lazy or busy, and it just goes by the wayside. But I do know how to pause a video, so I at least can have that. Let's turn it on. We are at ounces and pounds. Not a pound, obviously, but 6.3 ounces. That is significant. And I did notice it when I picked up the knife. 6.3. It is a big boy. We can get out, I think I still have it here somewhere. Maybe not. I was going to get the Ontario rat out. Oh, wait a minute. I used that just a minute. Anyway, we'll just get out the measuring stick, and we'll use that. So, yeah, I knew it was getting up there towards the 4-inch. Those about 3 3/4, 3.5 on the cutting edge. Definitely a good size knife, and the handle is at 4 3/4. So, yes, plenty of room to grip this thing. Plenty of room for cutting. Beautiful grind on it. Nice swedge on the top. Rail Conico is all over this design. You can see it. Looks really, really good. Beautiful. Action's great. I mean, as the axis crossbar kind of thing goes, it just kind of flips back and forth as long as you're pulling that back. Nitpick wise, it feels to me like this was designed to be a titanium handled knife, and then they just changed it to steel and brought the price down. I like the price being down. I don't mind stainless steel type handles, but the balance point on this is way back here, and you wouldn't think that would seem like that much, but I can feel it. I can feel that weight behind that point where my forefinger, my pointer finger is. I could feel a lot of weight behind there. It's tipping down. It's surprising to me how significant it is. I mean, it's not that I don't like the knife now. It is good, but I mean, as far as carrying it, you can feel that weight in the back end, and it's just a little awkward because most of them are going to be around here, and it's back here. So that's kind of odd. And then it is a long handle, and then with access locks, sometimes you want to have either have this up into the inside of your hand, but then you can't reach the lock because it's such a long handle. So here you have to do it here. But like I said, even though it's got this cool texture, it's not aggressive at all. You can slide over it. You feel it. You can hear it. You can feel it, but it definitely does slide around. So when you go up here and try to pull your access lock back, you have to kind of grip it to get it to drop. And another thing about it is the spring is very strong on this one. As access locks go, I have tons of access. I keep calling it access lock. Crossbar locks, tons of them. And, I don't normally have much problem. Mannix 2, I tend to have a little bit of problem with that. And that's why I didn't get the XL Mannix 2, because I heard that it's a little bit hard. But the shape of the handle kind of helps you to kind of get a spot in there so you can kind of get a better grip on it. Plus, I have the G10 one, and the G10 from Spyderco is very aggressively grippy. So this one is not so much. So that's a little thing. So I would personally not call it a very fidgety knife. Part of it's a big knife. Big knives don't tend to be as fidgety, but just the strength of that spring, I don't know, maybe I can get some. I haven't taken it apart yet. I don't think that this is adjustable. I've seen Vostids and I've seen Kaisers that you can adjust the strength here. I don't know that CJRB has done that yet, but I will take it apart and see. If so, I'll try to adjust it so that it's a little less. In the reality, and I did this, I don't know if I can do it on camera, but I did this earlier today. Yeah, see, you can swing it out. So that extra strong spring isn't keeping this from happening. Obviously, it's hard to do, but I can do it. And I'm not worried about it. It's not going to open in my pocket. It's not really a thing. But, just having that strong spring doesn't really give you a full detent. Casey at Nice Fast, he was talking about that the other day, and I'm kind of in his on his side on that it does not feel the same. I'm not mad at it so much, but I could definitely feel the difference between a knife with a detent ball that's in a hole that pops out and something with a spring. So anyway, so that's it. I mean, this is that weight. and it's a 6. Just the weight alone, considering it's less than 4-inch and it's like 6.5 or whatever I said was the weight on it, is significant. It really is. I'm not bad. I think if it was more well balanced, I wouldn't even notice it. But because of the balance issue, along with that extra weight, I do notice it. And then that spring thing and the sliding of the hand, those kind of all combine to be something. Still a great knife. Okay, nitpicking. Got to be honest. I want to make sure that I let you guys know, in case you're interested in buying, the ups and downs that I know of. Yeah, so decide for yourself. I think it's cool, especially at the price I got it for. I mean, I would definitely do it again for the price that I got it for. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was a sweet deal. And I actually got like 3 knives for a package price. So I really don't know exactly how much I paid specifically for this one. So I got a couple more knives coming up. You'll see in future videos. But yeah, I am happy with this knife. I do like this knife. Recommend it? I don't know. I might not buy it full price. I might not. Ray Laconico, though. If you're about the beauty, the cutting, this thing cuts. Let's see if I got some. I know I got some cardboard here. So you're definitely getting some cutting. It actually has like a mirror edge on that thing. There you go. It cuts like a dream. I mean, sliciness, it feels great in the hand when you're cutting because you've got a lot of handle to hold on to. It's really only when you're fidgeting that that you really feel that opening and closing it, feel that that balance issue. But man, it cuts. So it has to do with your preferences. What are you using a knife for? What do you want out of a knife? Beautiful. It functions. It cuts. Fidgety. A little on my borderline for the fidgety thing. Definitely does work. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm being wishy-washy. Sorry about that, guys. But hopefully, I've given you information that you need to make decisions and got a chance to show you the knife. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.